Okay, so I'm by the Recovery Cafe. They haven't charged me yet. Charge! Call the cops. Call the cops when you see Tupac. Okay, yes, that's a good one. Tupac, that's a good one. I'm coming over here tactically for the good guys, okay? I'm not gonna film the Recovery Cafe. It's a full-on complex here. And yes, I can fucking talk about it, and yes, I can film it, motherfuckers, but I'm not doing it for the good guys. Okay. The knocking at Legion started after the first dead body was clearly identifiable inside the property, inside the homeless shelter. Now, where it was, I don't know. It was, well, where I could identify it, oh God, and you can when they're there. Anybody who's dealt with corpses. So you've got an idea of the room and the kitchen and the dining room, that hallway. The hallway where I put the purple, just look for it there. And then when you turn and I write the other hallway, there's my bed. You see the purple there on the graph? There's a hallway there on the other side of that wall. In that hallway, definitely look for the DB. Okay, and so you travel down the hallway and you turn right. And I identified the hallway in the graph. I wrote hallways by the bathroom. Ooh, big time. Definitely look for the DB there. I mean, your nose will lead you. It was fucking foul. And we'll talk about all the things, details, graphic details to what it smelled like in the Legion that day. But the point here, more important, is the fact that it was in there, or multiple, because it was that bad. Oh, stench level, 5 out of 5. You got your max going on that day. It's one of the worst days it was ever there. And that was the first time. And I knew it. Okay, they brought it here. They brought the same functioning of a care compound here. I saw it come in with everything else. So then there goes, you bring in the violence when you bring in all your weapons. All right? You've got to understand this, people. So, but they think a lot of these enemy combatants and these domestic terrorists, they think they don't have to engage in the combat. They can just use the weapons, use the bio weapons, use the electronic weapons, use the chemical weapons. Everybody else will engage in the combat. And on that day, it was the case. That DB, that dead body, was not the ones running around in the Legion, so they were under that belief. Some of them still are. They're bringing in fighters. They're bringing in terrorists to engage in the combat who end up dead, stuffed in the wall. Okay, it's exactly like S Street, but only for so long. Okay, because then people that you film that running around engaging in combat start going down too, and often they end up in body bags going out the front door. Okay, that's what happened at S Street. Up and down that fucking sidewalk on S Street, there was all kinds of bodies going out of the row houses. I will report that, but I couldn't get to it. I came right to more of it in Port Townsend. There was a lot that I never reported that we can definitely discuss about Washington, D.C. All right. So you see that. That's where you would look when you're coming in to do a raid. You're going to look in that hallway right behind my bed and the hallway right by the bathroom. Your nose will lead you. Then they started about 2 weeks into it. Yeah. They started stuffing the human remains that had been very decomposed. Very decomposed. Remember how I said this in the Capitol? There's variations. There's ranges to a dead body, a decomposing corpse. They were stuffing very decomposed human remains right in my room. So you see those 3 beds? There's 4 beds. I said my bed on the graph. Okay, you see the bed, my bed with the purple, right to the left. They're stuffing very decomposed human remains. I'm thinking my nose leads me upstairs somewhere in this other part of that building, the biker bar. That's what I think. It's so rancid and so strong in my room with the other 3 tushes in there. When they do that, when they're stuffing the very decomposed human remains in that part of the room, when they do it, that it's stench level 4 out of 5. It never gets 5. 5 is 5. We'll talk about what 5 is later. I've done it 1,000 times. 5 is when she's running all the fans. She's opening up the door. She's fucking flying around, panicked. She's never been through anything like that. That's the one that has the bioweapons. That's the one that has, thinks she's in command there. Yeah, she's the same stuff. I don't need to tell the good guys this. All right, so, no, she was freaked. She'd never been around a dead body before, stuffed in a wall, no. But yet, still, she's in charge. She's in command. Yeah, and she's still my executioner. With her little Indian powwow friend. Look, fuck you, fucking Legion. Fuck you. Okay, so here comes the neo-Nazi with the wire-framed glasses. He's come into his Terror Complex recovery cafe. He's not driving today. He can't stop looking at me. He's looking at me more than anything else. Of course, you know how fucking far away I am? I'm a good block away. You're gonna yell and say you're calling the cops, you fucking son of a fucking bitch? No, he hasn't shouted that yet. I'm way the fuck away from that fucking house. They got these little houses here. I'm not for the good guys gonna film the recovery cafe house. We're not filming that today. But that's, so the day that there was the level 5 out of 5 DB inside, stashed, just told you fucking where to look, inside the Legion, there was some incident where the police came and they were outside. I think it was, oh yeah, I remember. It was one of the male homeless men had a delusion that another male homeless man had been following him on and off of the public transit. So he became paranoid and hostile in the parking lot. Ironically, on the same day that there was a DB stuffed in the wall somewhere in the hallway of the Legion in the basement. It's the basement I'm talking about. That's where the homeless center is. Hold fucking on. It's a lot of noise. So the police responded. Sure, there was a justified reason for that day with those 2 guys, a couple of fucking lunatics. And the whole place, from the moment, that's pretty, yeah, the deer here are pretty. From the moment that the female entered, I was in the parking lot at 4 o'clock, okay? From the moment that female entered into the Legion, which was before us, and as soon as the door opened at 4, she left it open. And when I went in at 4, she had every fucking fan in that place, from the dining room, every fucking where, from the men's section to the women's section. There was at least 4 fans at full blast. She was running around just fucking panicked the whole time. I walked in, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. There was all this combat the night before. I was very aware of it, and electronic weapons being used. Setups, all of it. I was stuck in my bed, that sort of stuff. Okay, we'll talk about it all, but it's a lot to cram in. And I was not surprised whatsoever that the following day there was DBs. Not at all. But I could observe, completely assess that this female had not been through anything like that before. So what I was trying to assess after that was, how far would this female go? How deranged is she? Will she start engaging in the chopping up of the corpses? Will she start engaging in the cannibalization of the corpses? Because in Washington, D.C., because of their drug abuse, many of the terrorists that I witnessed started chopping up the bodies, offered enough money, they do it, offered enough money, told they're going to be big bosses in the big Ukrainian mob. After time, they start engaging in more and more and more heinous violence. I witnessed it for 6 years there. So I had to assess with this female staff member, how far is she going to take it and how long will it take for her to take it there? Right now, I don't think she'll start eating human remains, no. Right now, I don't think that she wants to start chopping up fucking corpses. No, not since I saw her, no. But it's only a matter of time, and it's only so much drugs. Keep giving them enough drugs. Keep telling them everything they want to fucking hear. Keep giving them enough fucking money, and you wouldn't believe what these fucking creep fucking U.S. domestic terrorists do. It's just a matter of time before she's chopping away and maybe cooking it up there too. I want the fuck out of that place, okay? I do not fucking care anymore. They're so fucking deranged here. They're not as deranged as the Capitol. We haven't started burning corpses and lighting up the whole entire city block. Remember that? Yeah, for like a week, they were burning the bodies wrong on S Street, and you could smell it. Yeah, all over the place. Outside, for a whole block, you could smell it. But it was all Ukrainian mob there. So they were all, you know, in the cell there. The cops, the DCPD were literally some of the corpses. They'd go in, and the feds, they were going in, the feds were going in high out of their minds, pretending to be real estate agents. So, no. They were just burning bodies, I know. But how far will they take it at the Legion? And when will they do it? It's my only fucking question right now. That's all I'm asking. So the day there was the first DB there, the police responded to the two schizos paranoid of each other in the parking lot. I could not say anything about the DB in the hallway. I could not say anything, but I was able to report it, and that's exactly why I did it. Now you see why I reported that. It wasn't so much to report the two guys and the cops responding to Legion. No, sir, not at all. It was to document and report, quote unquote, report, in quotes, the fact that they were in the parking lot the very day. There's a staff member running around in pure panic with every fan going, stench level 5 fucking dead body in the fucking hallway. So I, quote unquote, reported the cops in the parking lot. Do you get it? And now, fucking months later, I can say that they're stashing bodies. Okay, and so now that I can do that, Legion, hope you're listening, we're gonna hit on my graphs where. So we're gonna do a graph of my room, and where that stench is coming, I think is from upstairs in the biker bar. That's where my nose leads me. And we'll do exact dates, etc., etc. And if you'd like to be reminded of what the shit smells like and what they say in there, because I mentioned it once, only when I could, when it would be effective and I could get this correct reaction to hold it criminally, legally against them. With people who are knowingly, wittingly, actionably stuffing fucking human remains in their fucking walls. You don't always approach it like, hey, I know you're doing this. You wait. And I did do that. I waited and I did say it verbatim, and I will talk about that now. And I will talk about the reaction and statement I got verbatim. Okay, they know it. There are staff members in there who know what's going on in there. Goodbye.